This is Chariot.
At the four, Yamamoto, Sonko, a bad loving family corner. The is Mafia Pa, the digital lectureship, come on. Na more and more share, and I bought my basso. Yesterday, so bad, and because I share my dad, I must say, no, it's a couple of years. Yes, one your mother be a woman, charity be paying for that must somebody be my dear son, a break, and then Monday, say Monday back, na love and family corner. I was saying back. Now, yes, so any question, any doubtful, any unknown, so a bobo send baby, and don't see, and then love and family corner, son, every zoom, come on, ayaba. Yes, I'm could be. And that should be the topic for come on, I say any other phone in your known. It's your idea, and the topic name the pie because I idea a costupa. I have ever said, yeah, papa, be searching. Paying for the yes, over her. Only young Yabisian there, and it's more much America. Every man of Papa Sunko. Now, and then your topic, get the actu ega. Yes, that is ultimate car. The more to bad love and family corner.
Yeah, Sammy in Pacho Apome.
Crystal, I don't know where. Every believe
Mete un cabet, Tracy Kakra.
Casa.
Okasano,
Yes.
Chili Kakra, but I don't know. Bit me,
But also a kaka.
Mete un capa.
Okay. It's other for more. You're managing a kakama me and I hope you baby kakra be. Hey, but energy made and I was a basso. Now you know it's mission. It's ultimate and come, Mr. Mamma Fancheme. Now, and the interview you made it. It's the overall. Today, a pub, love family corner, I sound baby, digital lectureship. Chomuko. Now, but you're all gone on there.
Never show you. Then go baby.
It's a
Ade,
background, no, and second and half crowd already.
Esewara, Kokonsane ode. Kokonsane ode. You film.
Okay. But I'm just yes, baby, I'm here.
Nyamiadum, BBI.
Yeah,
Mm.
yes. And
Now also, maybe I also Ghana because we have background, na Sabruchiri background.
Daddy, we know what kasa, we know what can be here.
Oh,
Many
na
now,
baby Yimiama, eti.
many now United States of Kaswa, baby.
Okay, Marty.
Yes.
Meme wɔ Peduas.
Oh, okay. Okay. Producer, I'm going to the topic now to screen so yeah, okay, any budget na and the discussion no as successful. It's producer, my name say go to me and that to screen so my come. Na yet to me, I say you do my dinner. So to go to me the comment and a question. A bra you need you my dinner go to me Eddie Abba. Na I come. Yes. Nti mama share na from so answer into me and can be yes. Mama share na from so answer into me and can be. The end yeah topic for discussion should yes Donna Eddie Atoha my come on. Also, should couples have personal space? Should couples have personal space? It's daddy question at that one. No, Adam phobia. Wawari or ye penny ba, and you so ye penny doctor penny.
Mhm.
Na or worry for almost 3 years, 4 years. I know they all say, or per se, or tanka, and then the electric commerce. Or no nipa bɛn bebree ana ne ho front ɔno yɛ ne style ne sɛ ɔno bɛwɔ Accra na ɔbaa no awɔ Kumasi. Should couples have personal space? Yɛaware still a ɛwɔ sɛ space bɛɛ ebi mu koraa kɔ mu fie a ɛso baabi a ɔbɛrima ɛwɔ ne bedroom na ɔbaa no nso ɛwɔ ne bedroom. Nti asɛm bi saa ne sɛ should couples have personal space? Nti ɛnna nnwumire ɛno na yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ. Ɛgya.
All right. Sɛ ebetumi address issue ni yɛagye yɛte nneɛma abien ase. One, marriage, aware ankasa no sɛ na esi te. Ɛna two, what is personal space? And yɛka personal space then we also will have to consider the words like boundaries and transparency and nea ɛkeka ho. And so you can have your personal space, which will be acceptable, and those that will not be acceptable or not be healthy to the marriage relationship. Because personal space, it's, if it is unbearable to the other partner, now a very healthy relationship, then it can no more be called personal space. Personal space, we have two. The physical meaning of personal space and emotional meaning of personal space. Physical personal space, when you keep yourself invisible physically or keep yourself at a distance from one another, or someone standing very close to you without your own permission, getting too close, bodily or physically without your permission, and the distance, the permissible distance. Cultures will be here one a day, but as we've always been saying, marriage was made by God, and so some of these rules, should be seen in the light of the scriptures more than what the world offers.
Exactly.
Now, emotional space, wouldn't know what it, but you want some time alone for yourself. You, you need some free time to be by yourself and think your own thoughts. And then the mental boundaries. We also have mental boundaries that is keeping some of your feelings and private life away from your from others. And in this case, we are discussing marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So in marriage, the question is it possible or is it acceptable for someone to keep his or her feelings privately away from the partner, and then time, wanting time for yourself, and if it is acceptable or permissible, uh, how much time
Mm-hmm.
do we allow? That
That
is,
even before I open boss animal so because of we cancer. No, do you get some of these cases like among for bar they have problems with say person personal space or person and person need to be for some time. Is this
oh,
something
there,
that
yeah, there are multiple uh, concerns or complaints, and sometimes when I'm using complaints in counseling, I don't feel comfortable. I prefer using concerns uh,
consent
more than complaints
complaints?
from
Yeah.
partners. Uh, some partners are the kind that the way they were brought up, they were brought up. What I can say, you are attending with fear. They don't eat together. They don't sleep together. Some even don't sleep. Obi wa ye wo no many wadam bi ye wo no ne nko ifi at the age of 4 5 no 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 ya na hwe no ho ne nam gua so hwe no ho abɔ ne bra na ɔde enyi nti ɔno no wa ye one man person. What I make say na
Ọdún
ewo
kan lone ranger ọdún kan na
lone
area.
ranger, yes, lone ranger. Na ye will be so wɔ hɔ because of that into ɔware he or she will want to come closer only when they want to have sex. And after sex, will be a person or baby no kada any baby. And
Even
no,
when they are married couples in the, like
yeah,
the
yeah,
married
yeah, yeah. So when if I'm discussing sex here, we are talking about married
it's
couples,
formal.
of course.
Okay.
And so yeah, woman so ɛwɔ hɔ obi a ɔne ne yere wɔn da wie a so we call her no no kwa mpɛ. And sometimes wowɔ partner no a ɔno nso after sex ɔpɛ sɛ ɔclatch to you ɔhage wo ɔhyɛ wo mu after sex na partner no nso ɛmpɛ ne saa nti ɛno nso ɛwɔ hɔ na yɛwɔ nnipa bi nso a wɔyɛ lowness mental from time to time they need personal space just to sit somewhere and be doing his own mental calculations or whatever about himself and even the family. And so from time to time, they need that space. They need to be alone. We call them
Mm-hmm.
lowness. And some stem from their temperament. There are some temperaments, be or son or what, or alone. Now, from time to time, he or she want to be alone for some time. Okay. And so there have been complaints or concerns raised by other some couples. And the concerns come from both ends. The one who wants the space and the one who doesn't want the space. Because there are some people, they always want to be with you, both physically, mentally. Nti the two no ɛsaa no ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ aware a that conflict is there. One wants, the other doesn't want. Some are able to cope with, others opede. But well, if the partner says that's the way he or she wants it, no musa. But that is not.
That the way they are no idea because ukonya
Mm,
a name for your bro for be clingy obi a or person or territory or who
yeah,
you know. Say oh
yeah,
yes I don't.
yeah. And Americans say sometimes the partners will want to compromise, but it is not healthy because
In fair.
you see when you marry, the needs, your emotional needs and physical needs, even time needs, must be met by your partner. And so
Mm-hmm.
when these needs, we needs that don't take much time or money, when to me meet here, it made the comfortable individual no nurse. And so it is not always in a conflict between two people. But the nipa no needs, when the needs are not met, it can also generate personal or self conflict. And also say, yɛhwɛ ne yie. Nti ɛnyɛ biribiara na ɛyɛ healthy ma relationship no, just because one wants it that way. No, ɛnyɛ biara na ɛyɛ healthy.
Okay. Now from the biblical point of view, the eighth and said the two shall be one. A man will
Mm,
leave the fear and will be joined with a wife.
mm.
Is it really right? Because if the two shall be one, say I don't think so. Personal space in this animal, it should be encouraged, and I say it should be done in the first place. I don't know if I'm making some sense.
I see. A lot of people will say it works for them, and that is what they believe. For instance, the first example you give, say, or person ɔtena one town, na ne yere anaa ne kunu ɛtena one town. Ebi nso deɛ wɔwɔ the same house, but bedrooms no his and hers. Now, if you should ask me as a counselor, I will tell you straight away, say, it is not healthy. Even if your job takes you away, if it
It
is
is
your
not
job,
healthy.
it is not healthy for the relationship. It is not
Mm.
healthy. No, it is not healthy at all. Even if your job will take you away for too long, it is still not healthy. Mo a etu kwan gya wɔn yerenom hɔ ne wɔn kunom hɔ for years. That is not. It is not healthy for that marriage relationship. And
Hey,
so,
Okunu, nyame adom yɛha yi deɛ sɛ wonya visa a ɛkyerɛ sɛ nyame na ahyira wo na wanya trump kurom ɛrekɔ na agya obɛdi bɛyɛ 2 3 years sɛ ɔkɔ sika na ɔde bɛbɛ fie agya
I'm happy. I'm happy you said yɛn hanom de, but ɛnyɛ yɛn hanom asɛm na yɛka. Yɛka sɛnea Onyankopɔn ahwehwɛ aware. Aha. Uh, so, what is important? What are our values on this earth, in this life? What are our values? Is it just to make money or to live right according as
dade
God purpose?
sɛdeɛ system ne wiase no ayɛ no deɛ ne nyinaa akɔyɛ sika o biribiara akɔyɛ sika.
And the Bible has warned us that for the love of money, you see, the love of money, the attitude towards money. I've said it several times on this platform. Say, money all alone is harmless. No one is saying, say, don't make money.
Mhm.
The Bible didn't say that. In fact, the Bible will want us, the persons of John. John will say, I wish you well in health and in life, which means even the Bible expects that the Christian will live well physically and health wise. And so no one will say it is wrong to find money. But you see, at whose expense and at what expense? Is it the relations at the expense of the
The
relationship?
relationship.
You are chasing money. What is the cost? And like a former president says, Ghanaians know the cost of everything, but we don't know the
Every
value.
problem.
But we don't know the value. We know the cost of everything, but we don't know the value. You see, so what is the cost? What are you losing? You are chasing money. You are losing your marriage. Which one? Who abrochiri? Enti then, what is abrochiri?
Hey,
And
Daddy,
having
guess when
having
you're me clean your burger or me clean your burger.
sɛnea daa meka no me mechanic no kae no ɔse wohu nnipa saa fault wɔ n'adwene ho fault wɔ no nti if you don't understand the world we live in life no, if you don't appreciate it saa nneɛma wei will preoccupy your thoughts and it is not good for you. Life, meaningful life, fulfilling life is not just traveling out there and making money. And Kanyesa, and they wouldn't have issues. Those people have serious issues. It is only when Nikunu and Irene for years, and some of these same people are not bumpy say Nikunu binya visa, Niri binya visa, no. 3, 4, 5 years, both NFA or bumpy say Yankopon. Be yaw de ma ombra back.
Yes.
Onyaa kora anka visa no anye successful. Anka onyaa kora anka na anka Onyankopɔn entie ne mpaebɔ. And so we should look at these things from that perspective. Kyɛn sɛ merekɔ aburokyi na yeye. No, ebinom tete wɔn aware wɔn kurom wɔn yerenom aburokyi na wɔtete wɔ. So you are not going to tell me sir, that you are going to trade something valuable like marriage for opportunities, some financial gains elsewhere. And so we need to reconsider our thoughts and perception about life in general. So that is the problem. Ebinom nso wɔ ha a ɛnyɛ sika nti, but one kasa no, one asetrɛ mu no ne wɔn nneyɛe bi no nti no, that's the way they want to be. I would have preferred sɛ wopɛ ne saa de a, then anka wonware na wadi wo sika.
Exactly.
Anka that's the best way. But wontumi nkɔfo bi ba sɛ ɛyɛ ɔbarima sɛ ɛyɛ ɔbea na ɔno no ehia intimacy, ohia closeness, ohia ehu sɛ na mɛka no daily minute by minute relationship, and then you are going to marry this person and deny him or her of his or her needs just because this is the way you want it. It is not healthy.
Now, Eja, I- may Susu say if we take counseling very serious, minimum there, but I believe say during counseling, you be who say spouse and couples in between who say if you have so messy and person may worry, say not here, then probably the person can advise themselves, say, yeah, nipa ya me ko worry, maybe you clean me, you be a person me bang with you, but nipa no so me person me bang it. I was saying me green home be any only me I adwin was happen.
Me no yɛ adwene. One and go through counseling, face problems is they become surprised or they get shocked after the marriage. One about counseling also, the challenge even we have in the counseling room is some even when it is there is in the open, it is clear, say look, this is the man, this is the woman, and this is the way he or she wants it, and it is not healthy. Ni nyinaa no. Because they want the marriage, they will still go ahead and with the anticipation and I say expectations, it will change.
Mm-hmm.
Some because they want the marriage, they are aware. You give them the signals, the risk involved,
The red flags and
advise
everything. Boom.
them, counsel them, give them the therapies for them. But then, because they want the marriage, they think that once the process has begun, it cannot be terminated. It is wrong to be terminated, which is not true
Mm.
because the process you preparing towards marriage and the process involved, you can always back out, and it is always better, as have been saying, say a broken relationship is better than divorce.
Mm. Okay.
Because broken relationship, I'm talking about a relationship that leads to marriage, not the marriage. After marriage, when the relationship is broken, then the divorce is established or present. Now, but I'm talking about the relationship prior to marriage. If it gets broken, it is better than
Mm.
divorce
Yeah. Yeah.
because you always will have the chance to date and again and marry. But and because we don't call that even remarriage, but going through the divorce process and after the divorce trying remarriage is another problem because
Another.
second marriages and third marriages are worse than first marriages. According to research, most of them, not all in a way, but most of them become worse. According to research, those who have divorced are no more afraid of divorcing two, three, four times. In fact, the risk of experiencing another uh, divorce, is higher when you've ever been divorced. It's higher
Wow.
than those who have never been divorced.
Wow. This is really nice.
Hmm.
Wow. Wow. So no, we're free with the maybe who be again who be.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Wow. 80 episode for you still live on Chariot TV. This is Love and Family Corner. We're having a very interesting discussion. I don't know if producer said, maybe I'm not one of me who messages, but yeah, a few comments we are waiting me, Eddie about. You can share and let others to also watch this show. And you can call for some of us Stella Mawai, but open space in a media to say, and no come up. Na yɛne agya asa ɛdi ɛho nkɔmmɔ nti dadi na kyerɛ sɛ baabi bi na mente hɔ no yɛ na wo sɛ wo as a counselor no sɛ if you have to give advice you think sɛ saa personal space ne saa nneɔma no akɛnyɛ healthy I don't know whether I heard
And
you
you're
right.
healthy. And you're healthy. Or whichever way you see it. The momentary ones, like many fear, but some 5 minutes be, I just want to be alone.
Those ones.
That is okay because we are human beings, and sometimes you don't want to hear anything. You need that space momentarily and then quickly come back. That one is okay. But me, Ubisamia, something like his and hers, I will never advise any couple to engage in that sebi in semuhunu because I call it sebi in semuhunu because I don't see why I worry for better say we ain't done them now, we ain't done them for what. There have been situations when midnight, if one had been present, the other wouldn't have lost his or her life.
Yes.
What the mechanism.
Yes.
And so his and hers. I'm not talking about you traveling out of your city or your town. By all means, in Bakubit to Kwine, ebi a mekɔ ayi aba menko a mekɔ akɔda ha na ade akye no aba but mu wɔ fie hɔ a ɛyɛ dɛn na esi mu kwan sɛ mobɛda dan baako mu mobɛshare the same bed and besides say the risk of losing someone dying during the night because there was no one besides him or her. When you are sleeping apart, when you have that space, his and hers, when conflicts occurs, the risk of resolving it is even higher. It's higher when conflict occurs. The risk becomes higher.
Okay.
And when you're also living world apart, I'm talking about towns apart, then it doubles. That risk doubles. So they come with consequences. And some things, ebinom nso sɛ wɔyɛ no saa mo a na wɔn ani abue. You see, mɛyɛ ani abue
A
nti
modern relationship.
a modern ha. Me ne mefrɛ no nkurasesɛm. Wo ano mu w'ani mbue because w'ani abue a wonyɛ nneɛma a ɛbɛsɛe aware no. And then it is also a recipe for affair and extramarital relationship because sebita frate sɛ ɔyɛ ɔbarima a waware now no yere da hɔ a chatting with obi foforo another the chances the opportunities to do those things
Essential for you to do
it
limited.
minimizes it the number minimum. And so me dame dem they say oh da dem dame dem but me bomb nkomo bia. And sometimes we feel say extramarital just physical. These days I tell you extramarital affair can be on the screen.
People are doing things.
Yeah, it can be on the screen. And so you are exposing yourself to such dangers. And I think Mekanisanka, if there is a world be and a generation be as a practice sa space na not this generation because this generation the moment I'll be till then you're exposed to many things. You become vulnerable.
Okay, good. And see, Eja, they say most of the times you say so. As you might see, well, we nipa ho fono no. Eto da was yes. Our radio ni obi tena cha na nipa no ho afono. With your experience and of course with your long years in marriage, sadly, no, in the case of marriage, and say, obi ho obi na ɔpɛ ɔtwetwe ne ho yɛyɛ is there any remedy solution bi wɔ hɔ a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ na saa nipa ho afono me na distance ne saa adwuma no nyinaa ɛso atwa in marriages.
Sɛ metena afiri so na meka kyerɛ wo sɛ awarefo from time to time won't feel bored with your meboa. Say
with one person and I say
afiri so meka sɛ ɛnte saa meboa. But ma menka kyerɛ wo sɛ ne nyinaa no ɛwɔ sɛnea wohu aware no ɛfa. If you truly love each other, if you appreciate and understand what marriage is, you can kill that mischief, that thing. It can be killed.
But it comes from like eba at a point.
Eba from time to time eba. But if it comes without a cause, then there is a problem with your own thoughts about your partner, the way you think about your partner, the way you view your partner. What am I saying? But besides that, now I've also realized when you get closer more, it rather strengthens the intimacy and the relationship.
Rather than trying to distance yourself.
Yeah, yeah. When you get closer, doing things together, working together. I'm not talking about office or work, but I mean living together as a couple. When you do it and do it right and get it right, you become closer and more intimate than those wɔyɛ ne biara biara no. Woware na yɛ ne biara biara, you get bored with your partner from time to time. No bɛfono wo ne ayi. But w'ani abere na watu ani asi so na nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛwɔ aware mu di so pɛpɛɛpɛ a, you get closer than before, than anything. And you get to a point without seeing each other, no, rather, no, will make you bored if you don't see the other partner. And I've been saying, say, if you close from work and you are not in a hurry to meet your partner, then there is a problem. It is a symptom. I just say,
And what's so
our
home so
exactly.
coffee.
It's a temperature. Our temperature, no, any acceptable gauge and level. If at what point manner you don't feel like rushing home to meet your partner, that your husband or wife, and you don't miss him. People think that you miss people only when they travel. No. When your wife or husband is not with you for few hours and you don't miss him or her, then there is a problem.
There's a question mark to me. Hey.
And you see, it demands a lot of work. What you experience in dating, when you don't see him, you don't hear from her, you cannot live, no. And no is superficial. And no the real thing. But if you are able to work on your marriage to that level, then you are there.
Mm, mm.
And
Wow.
everybody can achieve that. Everyone can achieve it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Yes, once a while that feeling will come. Say ni pay but ultimately on your mind they said with your relationship, said the kind a bar, you know how to but my friend is as a counselor, I say right from the beginning, no couples never. Na baako ma wohu sɛ ɔno deɛ ɔyɛ dɛn a ɔno yɛ a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔde distance ne ho ɔyɛ moody na mood swing ɔyɛ sei a binim sɛ woma straightforward answer deɛ but nyɛ ɔna wobɛka sɛ nyɛ ɔna kɔbu awareɛ ana but advices bɛn sa na wobɛtumi da ma obi a ɔte saa because to me I feel sɛ marriage is for two people. If you are that type no na psychologically wonyɛ ready a sɛ wo ne obi bɛwork it together me dɛm adwene mu deɛ anka tena fie bio tena fie na nkɔfa obi ba bɛrima na ɔbaa ɛmɛtete
Yeah.
ameda no menya adwene
Yeah, ideally, I've already mentioned that say sad and can worry. But when you are worried in a sad no pen, it tells you so yari on ye make on ye no mean cast about them. Sometimes I mean, okachre ubibini say now hearing ye normal. There have
so you
been
say wodi
instances
that
some some clients says, yes, my bottom. That is not what we say. When we say what you are doing is not normal, it doesn't mean you are mad. There's difference between you acting abnormally and you being mad. What am I gonna say? And we should also know that a lot of people suffer from disorders. You want to sue for a disorder. And these things can be cured.
okay
Yeah. Some of these disorders can be cured through counseling and psychology. They
You
can
see,
be cured.
exactly. Semi counseling shouldn't end after you guys get married. I think constantly. I was say more counselor now, more review, more review more marriage, and even maybe it was and yeah, sir.
Uh, does medication end when you grow?
Please come again.
Medication is
Mm-hmm.
going to the health facilities. Does it end when you grow?
Darby.
And this is health issue, emotional health. The other one is physical health. So from time to time, you can go for checkup.
Yes,
There have been couples
but
who
we
will
don't do
come.
that. We don't do
Some
that.
couples will come. We don't have serious issues, but we think we can have few discussions to iron out some of the differences we have, and we do it with them. We take some tests and then help them to understand themselves better, and they go away happily. Whatever
Mm.
can. But when it comes to emotional health, they are because any physical pain, we think we should not seek help. That is one of our problems. Whatever. So counseling does not end after marriage. We have post marital counseling, pre marital counseling. They are
Yeah.
not the same. They are not the same. So when you finish your premarital and get married and you think, say, I'm done with counseling, that is the end. I hold that down because challenges, I no cry near war post no muno, a door so chain,
Oh,
pray,
yeah, wow.
our,
Wow. Very, very interesting. Jonah, so we should, I mean, say some few comments about because like I said from my end, I'm unable to see any comment. So, okay, yeah, you made any live on Chariot TV. Yes, so Emilia Daniel sister, yes, so catch you say, oh, yeah. Good evening, brethren. God bless you all. No, I'm a highlight for fair, fair. And he was share, said the most share digital lectureship, no more, yeah, they are and most shares are not for front. So, ɛsan ka bi na adeɛ a yɛsua wɔ ha no ɛho ehia paa yie nti hyɛ na comment wɔ question bi wɔ hɔ a ma yɛ mu na ɛgya wɔ ha ɔnsɔbo ma no yɛn fi set no so na wokɔfrɛ no deɛ ɛne deɛ yɛ sikasɛm ha deɛ yɛ free so you have the opportunity to ask any question you want concerning our discussion and our topic for discussion. Sister Amelia, thank you for your comments. Yes, Mekaibo said you're still live on Target TV, on Facebook, YouTube, and all social media platforms. All right. Maka Yemeka Trade, Nadino, Abba, every year. Agency, going forward now, young people are person you were our real. And let me even ask this question. I don't know whether it will be a little digression. We hear that you should marry your friend because may worry madam for obviously I will get to know the person say nipa no what to say and what to say. I believe say you share that conviction say you should marry your friend because your friend they win him nipa ni ye and
I will put it this way rather. Make your wife, make your spouse your friend than marry your friend.
make your spouse your friend.
Your friend.
Wow, wow.
Marry your friend is say moya damfo inti na muware. But make her or him to be your friend.
Your best friend of course.
Yes.
But
I will not even want you to compare it by good, better, best.
the person should
No.
be your friend basically. Yeah.
Friend, he or she should be your only friend. Any other person becomes both of you your friend.
So in that case, my wife's friends become my
Becomes
friend.
the friend of both.
Both of you.
And your husband's friend become a friend to both of you.
Okay. Eja, okay. Okay. Remember, that's because I'm a year of phone, so now say when you be kasa, me must be say, oh, as soon as here already, I know the kind of relationship I war between the year and again as couples, any that particular person.
Oyere kasa ɛwɔ phone so a, there's no cause for alarm when all your friends are your friends both. There's no cause for alarm. The only time you'll be alarmed is say, hey, sir. Then maybe you have a cause to ask your partner, then let's see. Did I make it say? Because of maybe the exclamation, the responses, reactions are eba. No. Then you want to know, so the same yes, and yes, dear. Oyiri di nkɔmmɔ wɔ phone so, okunu di nkɔmmɔ wɔ phone so ya. Twam nakɔyɛ wade. You should not be alarmed.
Eja, your sisters, in Guinea, no man, there. Or said that I saw or shad, yes, or comes
And then it means there's no trust and there's no transparency. And there have been too many space or too much space, or the gap of space is too wide. And so you see, when these things are present, then trust begin to diminish, the coffin decrease. Trust begins to decrease. Let me put it that way.
yeah.
Yeah. But when there's not much gap, sometimes you call no cry no, even chat no cry no, we are now chatting the way I work as no. In common from your partner side, you can tell who is behind that call because Sani Pano have become both of you, my friend of both
Your
of you.
friend.
Nti nkɔmmɔ no ɛdi baabi a ɔtumi sɛ wei ɛnyɛ mercy na na mercy o sɛ dɛn wɔmɛkɔ a wonte voice no but nkɔmmɔ no because monim biribiara fa mo ho dada nti nkɔmmɔ no koraa tumi kyerɛ wo sɛ George na ɛkasa no na George sɛ dɛn anɔpa yi wote meka no ase because nkɔmmɔ no monim dada and this is what I mean by more friends nyɛ mo two no friends.
Wow. Very interesting. See, your wife, your husband should be your friend. Daddy, it may money be over. Me na mtiska wa, and even say one party. A money per se, passionately, emotionally, like only have a conversation. And what could you ma babo saying if you to say debut. I don't want to hear you ma amaga 90. They don't even have conversations with almost spouse. A man do so if you are man acquire the assemble. And I remember say if you and there were have okay say sometimes you have to be intentional. I would say if they feel baby banana mommy power kitchen and yes when I pay and no now what they come at least just to but some people don't
Exactly.
some people don't allow like nipa na try so be pussy so only nipa but still I don't know say I know over there now where you want your husband to be your
There
friend.
could
You
be
want your
Yeah, there could be undercurrents, and I say no can say under factors be or I say. I mean, if you cannot, the two of you cannot click, cannot be intimate. Ebi ana nyama bi enwinwinwinwi wa a relationship na say a muntimi and resolve we. Enti obi hu ye na hi wo kasa no kra baba ka no kra ye na hi. In fact, ubọ na aba so kra ho ye na hi. Uba kitchen aka say why adi o aduane ne de kra ho ye na hi. Because asɛm bi wɔ hɔ a yɛntimi resolve ye. Na kyenkyena ɛwɔ hɔ. Ɛnonom nyina betimi akɔ so side na break communication patterns. communication patterns na akɔto baabi a ɛnsɛ sɛ ɛkɔda. Anyɛ saa deɛ a, anka you should be able to flow freely. Mutu no mutimi di nkɔmmɔ biara timi ka asɛm biara. In fact, sometimes no ko obetimi aka ahwɛ ne yere anaa ne kunu sɛ twe a me kunu de ohwene nyɛ fɛ koraa o na wo nyinaa serew.
Hey, if you find the personal, remember to be a serious, so if I didn't answer,
And I can say, ɛwɔ undercurrents nneɛma bi wɔ ha ɛkɔ so. But sɛ aware du pɔmpɔn so bi a wobɛtumi ahwɛ wo kunu anim aka sɛ mo me kunu so de ne hwene nyɛ fɛ koraa o na waserew. But sɛ aware na yɛ papa a na wohwɛ wo kunu anim aka sɛ mo yere me kunu de ohwene deɛ ɛme fɛw wobɛte fa wo nkase asɛm fi hɔ. Fa wo nsɛm no fi hɔ. What the mechanism is aware na nyɛ papa. Because the same thing will be aware mu no. Wɔde bɛdi agoro ama wɔn ani agye. Asɛm koro nara ɛde ntɔkwa bɛba obi aware mu. Adɛn nti na asɛm koro nara ɛde ntɔkwa ɛba? Egyina the status of the marriage, the health status of the marriage. Sɛ yare wɔ mu a biribiara ɛyɛ ntɔkwa. Bɛ yare biara ni mu di a ɛsanka nneɛma ɛyɛ flow naturally. It is our body systems. So biribiara ha body na ɛsɛ command pump fine. Na heart, liver ɛyɛ n'adwuma, kidneys ɛyɛ n'adwuma, everything ɛyɛ n'adwuma pɛpɛɛpɛ. Saa na ɛsanka body system no ɛyɛ. But anytime bia organ ni bi ɛnyɛ n'adwuma yie pɛ affect the whole body. Saa na affect any aspect of marriage, problem about her, it may affect other issues or other areas. And near sa space emwa NSA banisa emwa the resolution of the problems or the conflicts. Can you imagine the heart saying, I need space, so I'm not going to supply the liver blood or the brain blood. I need space because we need to work together. And so imagine the heart or the brain telling the heart, look, it's okay today, I need space. So don't supply me any oxygen because I need space. What happens to the body?
Big chaos.
Exactly, because they need to work together, support each other, care for each other. And so, I mean, if there's no lesson from tonight's topic, I think we should look at the relationship from medical point of view. Say, can any of the organs of the body tell the others that today I need space? You wake up in the morning and your leg says, today I need space. The whole body is grounded.
I mean, that's very true. Your eyes decide not to see today.
Today I need space.
Yes, I need
space. The body is in darkness. The body will be in darkness. So you see, sometimes, you can't seem be validate our wrong to validate it and give it a rubber stamp and to make it right, which is not right. So we share analogy I mean about the body, how the body should function. And marriage is a body with organs. And so if the leg one day will say, today I need space, so no one should worry me. The whole body is grounded. How can you go to work? The eyes will wake up tomorrow morning, the eye says, today I need space, so I'm not opening. the body is in darkness. And the ear saying, today I need space. So I'm not going to listen to anything. What the one Daniel Gugu so now because you won't hear anything.
Wow. Hmm. I need space. I'm with you. I don't want to talk
Uh,
today.
mm,
Hey, so
uh,
wow. Buziafo, I'm saying time, Hey, yeah, Brad, Nessa. Yes, I think we've had a very interesting discussion. Take home, maybe, yes, let your wife or your husband or your spouse be your friend. And I think, yeah, very, very good. Take home, maybe, so now that the human body, analogy. Timua, and I'm person me tell me home deeper one from video yi san bɔ ne biem ewie a san bɔ ne biem na tie na adesuadeɛ bebree ɛwɔ mu a megye di yie sɛ ɛbɛboa. I don't know, Jonas comment kakra bi aba a wobɛtumi display ama yɛn na yɛaka sɛ question bi nso wɔ hɔ a you're allowed to put it in the comment section yɛbɛkan na yɛyi ano kamakama ama sɛ ebi nso nni hɔ a yɛ time na yɛ braa ne saa Emmanuel Asamoah Boateng sɛ live from Cincinnati, Ohio. Yes, America for no. Oh, Patrick K. Abbey, yes, watching live from Gold Coast. Hey, Ako Guyana, Doctor's entry says, God bless you. Thank you so much for your comment and for your message. I think it's me who love me sounds really highlights me. And Ruby, Ruth, yes, Victoria upon Asama highlight. Thank you so much. Sister Victoria, that could be even here only that in winning hour. Even here winning hour. It's yeah, we'll work on something. Yeah. So thank you for also watching. The name say being live from Timbuktu. Hey, dope comics. Cecilia Boateng said, God bless you. Thank you so much for your message. Who else again? Producer Ebi Wahama, you as it means I just watching, they highlight, Abba. And I think it's a root. Me and I'm copy link. Now, this is your first time watching the show. I believe that you've really enjoyed it. Now, what's your number? Bakum Yenubi, a woman. Yes, Sister Victoria says sure. Good. Yes, so this is Love and Family Corner. Your name, Papa, Openyi George Asa, the Dean and General Practice Counselor. Yes. If they defend international, I don't know, maybe I will say, Iraq, Afghanistan, which my contacted on now, Eddie, come. The Indian will be a problem, will be to my contact, come. Show you today, you free. So you have the opportunity to ask any question you want. You can feel so pet. Can I say you seek yourself? Yes, the number. That is what your number no, and then the mini studio what to the number no at good producer yeah they come. So always yeah papa number is 0244260172. 0244260172. Wait to my contact. Come. Problem bi will be they say although no asɛm no so sɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ no ketekete ɛti frɛ no na wɔ problem bi a ɛne no ɛndi nkɔmmɔ nti dade finally boys ne tie girls ne so tie yɛ a kakra a na mede te me ho mede te sɛ no ɔ final words na I think sɛ kwe comment baako bi aba na yɛnkan na yɛmfa sometimes couples may be sleeping in the same room but still live separate lives. That is
yeah.
our host.
In fact, I've handled a lot of clients what was our situation.
Madam
They,
Baba.
but
Yeah.
they live separate lives. So, and then I make can say your physical space in your emotional space. You
No,
can
no,
personal space.
baby.
You can your personal space now. It is not just the physical. The emotional one is like time alone, like my Canada. Someone needing free time to be by him or herself and think his or her own thoughts. And then others like mental boundaries, keeping some of your feelings and private lives away from others. On and on them, but bibie ni hɔ ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ ne partner n'abrabɔ mu a onim onim, and so she's right. And yes, sometimes, most times, there are couples who are wɔhyɛ dan mu ɛda dan baako mu. Na saa no mɛte
Daddy, our wedding now from one. I said,
sɛne de maka kyerɛ wo sɛ ɛwɔ sɛnea wohu ne fa ɛna ɛbɛma ayɛ wo sa. Sɛ woahu sɛ aware na maware no ɛyɛ ade a mede me nsa ka, I need to remain committed, work to its sustenance. Dear, then weinom bɛtumi aba. Baanyɛ saa na w'ani abere. Ebisi Sami, yɛmfa adwuma yɛ. Wobu fu w'adwuma colleague bi na wo adwuma wura nti wobɛtumi aka sɛ wohia space nti wotena fie. Sami,
Daddy,
Missy, wobɛtumi asɔre anɔpa no aka sɛ today I need space. Nti m'adwuma wura, my boss should not communicate with you, should not do anything with me, or colleague bi I saw me adwuma bom. Wobɛtumi asɔre aka kyerɛ sɛ you need space. Nti ɛnɛ de obi a mɛka na wakɔ office na wote hɔ sɛ you need space.
Daddy, in fact,
Exactly. Ada na yɛmfa saa principle na mba fie. Wow. Because yet look, Mama, one, health, our physical health. So you cannot do that. You can in physical, your body, no, the organs, no, they are supposed to work together. You cannot do that. Our workplaces too, we can't do that. On our jobs, you cannot. Can you imagine a lawyer in a court? Na judge my lord, today I need space. Don't ask me any question. Just go ahead and decide on whatever. I mean, what kind of life is this? Why is it that marriage is treated this way? I think we are not being fair to marriage.
Because when it comes to our work,
we are not dealing fairly with marriage. We've not treated marriage fairly. Missy, we are not being fair to marriage. We are not treating marriage fairly. And we are not handling marriage fairly. We are not just fair to marriage. Things that we won't do at our workplaces, things that we won't do to our physical health, we do them in multiplicity in marriage relationship. Why should it be so? Why should it be so? So I think and certain decisions and choices. These things we are discussing now are choices we make in our marriage relationship. And I don't think those choices are healthy. So if you want my conclusions, we need to change. We need to change and remain committed and be serious and treat our marital lives fairly. Let's be fair.
Okay. Very, very interesting. I mean, very, very educative. Did he say, yeah, sure. No, what we are. Please be fair to marriage. I mean, it's a special thing. I am a design. You should be fair to marriage, and I love that from that. It's own to was spouse. You know, made them a distance with the say. It's in never you may say, and not be fair to marriage. Be fair to your spouse. Think about their feelings. Oh, now BGD is a BBI fine. I mean, I think we've had a very interesting conversation. I'm not too sure if there's any question or any other comment. But Sister Vic, thank you so much for that comment. I think very good. It's a for say producer Bibiasa and your and then aha in a love a family corner no a basic daddy and I was a pa ye say daddy they be about betche at the hour. I don't force a mushe and Madame say. They say and I'm said they were back and but what me up so that long time I can a coupon in Sherman, you said the issue no a bit why a pa ye or ya worry moon ye quit them the and I walk Yania for and come on. A real cry, Miss. I said, thank you, Daddy, for this educated presentation. Thank you. I really loved it. And share not my phone really. What I follow, I know, yeah, from my own team. Now, you're very educated. Now, you treat you fairly in marriages. Did you say, I hope on to me, extra year. And I mean, I do my next week, best time. Now, you made this from Abraham. So the money, I had a charity. And my name still remains Samuel Abadu. I mean, I do my next week, you be sure. Bye bye.